Alright, hey guys, welcome back for another guide video. This is Mr. Black here. Just before we get started, please, if you like the content and some of the videos I've uploaded recently, please hit that follow, subscribe, the like button, leave a comment. It really is massively appreciated. Okay, so for this guide, we are going to be looking at King Imagami, so a bit more of a difficult one. Had a couple of requests for this one. Hopefully we can get through it and give you guys a bit of a hand. So just to start off with the actual fight itself, what you need to know to start with, there are 3 waves. So each time you kill a wave, you'll get another one come through. And one of the main things to really realize about these ones is they work on counterparts. So when you hit the HP threshold of one of the papers, it will summon its counterpart, so its ink version. Now each turn, the other counterpart will heal its summoner, and when they hit full HP, that monster is resummoned. So once you've taken out the summon, then that monster is defeated. Okay, so let's talk about some of the monsters to start with. So the first one is going to be the Imafungo. So this is the one that's able to attract itself to you. It is essentially going to be their tank. So quite a large amount of close combat damage. You don't want to let it be able to get linear to anything. Definitely some good MP reduction on that one. The next one is one that I personally really don't like. It is the Emetsu. So this one is able to cooperate and swap with allies and enemies. It can also attract itself to you. So keeping it reduced in MP, keeping it back, not letting it get anywhere near you, is definitely advised. Okay, then the next one I'm going to talk about is going to be the Imagami. So this is essentially going to be their healer. It does do a fair amount of damage. I think it's up to 5 or 6 range. And then longer range for its standard attack. It can do a bit of damage. Yeah, this one will just heal. So, but you still want to keep it back, keep it under control. The next one is a fun one. So it is the Imarok. So this is essentially going to cast sacrifice on all of his allies within quite a considerable range. So if you're doing the clean hand achievement, this is just one to watch out for. But again, just keep it back. And the next one is going to be the Imushin. So definitely a good chunk of damage comes from this guy. So again, keep them all back. That's my personal way of doing it. Loads of MP reduction. I will be using my Sadi in the infected state. Kra keeping stuff pushed back. Shram keeping stuff pushed back. Alright, so just going to have a little look at the starting map. Unfortunately, it's not quite as nice as Queen. They do have the ability to spawn behind you, which can be quite a bit of a pain. And I believe my spawn at the moment is, I think King's actually starting all the way at the back over here somewhere for some reason. So not that nice. But what we are going to try and do is use this area just in the middle to try and box as many in as possible. And then letting the Kra, the Shram and the Sadi do their work while the Eni is going to be healing them. So for this tactic you will need a Sadi. And I highly recommend a Shram and a Kra, and then of course a Panda. But there are so many tactics to be able to do every dungeon. But yeah, that's just the way I do it. Alright, apart from that, I'm gonna get this fight going and give you a couple of hints and stuff like that as we go. Okay, let's do this fight, shall we? So first of all, I'm going to just have a good look at my starting position, see where everything is. I have a feeling it's going to be a pain. Unfortunately, yes, it is. But no worries. We will do what we can. And my Eni can go over here. So unfortunately, not the nicest starting positions, especially having 2 down there, not just 1. But again, we'll do what we can, cross the bridge as we come to it, and let's see how this fight goes. So first thing I'm going to try and do is get everything into that alleyway and make sure, of course, that I'm going to be quite safe. So one thing King does do is he will drag everything towards you, which isn't too bad of a thing, to be honest. That's the one I'm currently carrying, so that's going to be a little bit of a pain. The Imarok. Going to try to start getting some of these in. I'm going to use propulsion just to kind of push them back a little bit. And try to stop that Imafungo being a bit of a pain. So straight away, I'm going to force it to kind of stay there. Okay, Kra. Let's get some damage done, shall we? Okay, this little Ametsu could potentially be a problem, but we will see what ends up happening. That's okay. It's about as nice as it could be, really. The next problem is definitely going to be that Imarok, though. Let's make sure there is some MP on the go. A bit of extra damage. Okay, so my overall thing here is I want to get these into that middle section. This one can't quite get to me. The only ones that can would be the Ametsu and the Imarok. Okay. Obviously not the nicest kind of starting turn, but it could be much, much worse. Get rid of all that MP as soon as we can. Okay, so now my Shram has got a little bit of work to do. Right, you can go up there to the panda. And you can go there. Let's try to keep all of these guys alive. Huh, nice, he jumps straight on the trap. Okay. The Metsu I should be able to control with the Kra. The Imafungo, on the other hand, is going to be a bit more of a pain. What we're going to do is that and block him in, I hope. Because he shouldn't be able to get to me, but we'll see. Oh, he can jump. That's okay. Okay, let's try and get that queen out. So you'll see now, it'll be the closest person to him, which will actually be the Sadi. And I'm going to try and lock that guy in. Get some healing done as well. Not the nicest starting, unfortunately. Could be much worse, but could be much, much better. This is definitely not a conventional start, unfortunately. Let's get some MP reduction done, shall we? I want to see if I can get some extra MP on the panda as well. So I've got some MP on the panda, a couple more heals. Okay, so you'll see where I'm lining up. So the ones I need to give extra AP to are next to Annie, just because she does have a legendary pet. And it is now my queen's turn. So during this time, I'm just planning out essentially my turn. So I can do that. I can do that. Okay, and that means now I have got a couple of them, and I can start to control. Let's get that epidemic going. Also a couple of poisons. Okay, firstly, this one I will be able to push on the Kra. This one, I want to get locked in. This one, I'll get stuck behind. And then I'm going to try my best to control this Zemetsu. Straight away, I'm planning to lock up these as much as I can. Some damage done. Okay, so what you'll find is you usually won't be able to kill all of the mob before the next wave starts. So as soon as the next wave starts, you get them in, you get them locked up. Who's that gone for? It looks like it's gone for the Shram. Okay, Queen. And we'll also give some MP to the Queen. But I am going to give extra damage to the Shram, because he's actually the one that's going to do the majority of the damage in this fight. Okay, so that one is now locked. Can't move. 3,500 damage on that. Okay, let's make sure everybody is now infected. Sweet, everyone's infected. MP reduction. And then good amount of damage. Just get it all going. Okay, looking at the Queen. I can attack linear there and there. They are the only two attacks I can make. There and there. Fortunately, it is or you do have to have line of sight. That can only move 2 squares, and he's chosen not to move anyway. Get those traps on the go. And we'll also let's get Toxic Injection going as well. Okay, so as you see, the king will keep continuously skip his turn until he is fully healed. Get him in there. And I want to forcibly trigger that trap. Okay. Alright, next one is the Kra. Alright, so I can use this just to buff up a little bit. And I'm actually going to use... I'm going to use the barrel or not? I will not use the barrel. Okay, so you can see now we have got a summoned counterpart. But I can still do a little bit more damage. Cool. So is that Ametsu going to jump out? Yes, it does. Why you want to keep its range relatively reduced. Okay, let's get that state or the states back up. Okay, so the Rockaram, I believe this one is, yeah, so it shields, it does a fair decent amount of damage. Alright, we can phase this Ametsu. Okay, Tsunam. They can be an absolute little pain. So I'm going to use my inoculation, and I'm also going to do some MP reduction. So you can see now I'm keeping everything as locked up as I can. I'm planning my king's turn now. So I've got 1, 2 I can attack. So it is linear or diagonal only. So 1. Oh, I walked 1 too many. 2. Shield and heal the panda. And that's my turn. One. And there's 2 more traps down. 2, 3, 4. So I can actually push him back. I'm going to leave a little space there just to put my that Tsunam. And I'm going to make sure I get myself back and I'm nice and safe. Okay, next wave. Okay, so that one can't get to me this turn. That one be a bit of a pain, but not the end of the world. So this turn I'm going to try and concentrate on getting everyone inside. Or at least locked. Okay, so with the more that's summoned, things like fulminating and Sadie's effects become a lot more potent. Okay. There's that one. And all I'm going to do now is, because of where these guys are, I'm just going to let the traps and fulminating do the work. It is a rinse and repeat. It can get a little dicey, but it is manageable. Okay, so I know now that these are infected, so that will get infected, that will get infected. These 2 will not. So I've got 8 MP, so I can use 4. Get that in. Use contagion because it affects everyone in the infected state. Bit of range reduction, MP reduction, and some damage. Okay. Okay, now it is my king's turn again. So king is here. I can't attack these. I can attack that one. I can attack that one if I'm quick enough. It is just those 2. It is that one just there. And I believe that's actually it. But I can do this. Ram again. I'm also going to put mist down, just because there is a lot of summons currently. Get a bit more damage on the go. Nice. Perfect. Okay, so See, you do end up running out of space relatively quickly to throw things, but that's where you need your panda to be able to manage them. And it'll be this turn or next turn that King will come back as well, but because of where King is, he can't do too much. Okay. That one to start with. Let's get that Imagami in. These guys I can sit and chill out with for a minute. Attempt just to kind of lock, but not really lock, just distract. Okay, next. Another nice fulminating. Obviously, the amount of damage you can do with fulminating is absolute amazing how. Okay, now there we go. There's that one gone due to the epidemic, the poison. Just in case, we have a little heal. He'll be dying in a second anyway, but still. Okay, now King has the potential now to be free. So I do need to just be careful. Start off with, let's try get everybody infected. Always use contagion, just to refresh all of those. MP reduction. And let's go, let's do a bit of extra damage. I'm going to save my Soothing Bramble until the turn after he comes back. Oop. A bit of damage there. And that is actually going to be about it. There's no one else I can hit, so leave it at that. Alright, Shram. Another 2 traps in. Now, just because I'm pretty sure he's going to come back this turn, I'm going to get just get something to block his line of sight. So it'd be my double. Now, there is a chance he'll summon some stuff around it, but it's not the end of the world. Sweet, both traps. Just to show how effective that actually is, 3,930 damage in traps. And that is on each of them every turn. 3,800. So, highly recommend a Shram for this. It's an incredible class. Okay, so that's been summoned there. And the double did its job. And it's also opened up room for me to throw the others in. Go in there. That one can go in there. Now I want to attempt to keep this guy busy. That Mushin I do want to keep away though. Shouldn't be too bad of a problem. Okay, so 5/5. So my aim now is to get as much damage on king as possible, so I can get queen out again straight away. There we go. Done. This time it looks like it's on the Shram. Okay. 2, 3, 4. So we are going on any now. For the Sadie. 0 MP, which is always nice. So we'll do inoculation. Just get that infected. MP reduction. Which I can't really do anything else. I can do this. Okay, where can I physically put traps this time? One there. One there. And that rocker ram. Alright, so the Imagami here is the potential annoying one at the moment. So looking on my king, on my queen, I can hit the Imafungo. If I had enough MP, I do. I should be able to take out that Imafungo. I can hit the Imagami. So, but just like the summons, the time you have is quite limited. So you do need to act quite quickly. Let's do that. And go back. Yeah, I'm actually... Yeah, I guess I'm there now. So loads of poisons, MP reduction. Very, very helpful in this place. Yeah, I've got 2 waves before the next. Sorry, yeah, two turns before the next wave. Oh no, my double died. It's cool. I'm hoping that one just runs straight in, but it probably won't. Oh, it did. Ah, but it ran out. Oh, good. Oh. Back in. Okay, so it's Imarok at the front now. It's going to be a primary thing I need to take out. So first and foremost, let's get some extra damage. Fulminating. And we'll try to take this out before its turn. And because I still do have one more wave to go, I am actually going to hurt myself a little bit, but stay in the glyph. Some more damage on the go. Okay, let's get that infected state reinstated on everybody. That's good MP reduction this turn, I reckon. And a little bit of damage just to finish him off. And throw in a leak pie. Okay, so there should be at least 2 of them dying on this Shram's turn. On the Queen's turn. Okay, so looking at this, I want to attack that Rock'n'Ram, that Imagami, and that Fugocam. And I might be able to do an extra attack on the one after it as well. So I can do that one. That one. That one. Nice. Loads of them out that turn. And the nice thing is all of the new ones I've actually summoned behind them, because they do summon from north and go clockwise. And it looks like we're doing clean hands at the same time. It's a very, very possible achievement. It's not too bad at all. Okay. Let's get some more MP. Let's get that Fugocam into the mix. Okay, so there is a new wave next turn, so I need to get ready for it. So I want to take 2 of them out this turn if I have the chance to. So buffing up. Get that damage done. Ah, there goes the clean hands. I'm alright with that. Okay. Just give myself a bit of extra damage. Just kind of see if I can take those 2 out. I think it'll only be the 1, but first things first, as always, contagion. Okay, and there goes that one. One, 2, and 3 more. I can do some serious damage to on this turn. Again, missed. Always want to try to keep it on if I can. Okay, so firstly, that one. That one. And that one. Get myself some heals. Beautiful. So there is another wave right now. So Panda is in position the turn before, so that's going to make it much nicer to deal with. And that tree actually gives me a nice little bit of cover, which is nice. And there's loads of space for me to chuck everything I need in there. Okay, firstly, so this guy, I can throw him, but I will need to be a bit careful because he can actually go quite quite far. I'm going to put him just there. This guy I'm just going to push back in a bit. This guy can go in here. And I'm going to get ready to throw these guys in because they can't reach any other characters, so they're going to come from me. But they should. Yeah, no, the Imetsu's going to be annoying. That's okay. Okay, just because of that Imetsu, I am going to gravity him. And get some more damage done. Kind of stamp back just a little bit as well this turn, I reckon. Okay, so because there is new summons now, I do need to try and get them all infected. So the one I'm going to actually target is going to be this Imetsu. Again, MP reduction, contagion, everything to keep everything back. And I do have a bramble as well, just to give a bit extra. And more traps. Let's get some poisons on the go. Okay, now Queen, I've got 1, 2, 3 I can attack. So 1, 2. Ooh, I can't actually reach that one yet, but if I do that, I can do that. And see, MP reduction here is a massive thing. Okay, so I've just got to be a little careful of this Imetsu and this Emushin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and concentrate on them. That one can go in there. This one could go in there. Obviously I've got to be careful now because obviously the panda is where he is, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Yeah, let's get that. That should be a beautiful fulminating this turn. 15,000 damage that would have done. Make sure that phases. It's got nowhere to summon, so it instantly dies. Okay, so dealing with this Imetsu, I'm just going to keep him at bay for now. They can turn into a bit of a nightmare if they get out of control, but as long as I look after him a little bit, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. That one. Let's give him a little something to play with for a minute. Shram, it's coming up. 1, 2. Get some poisons. Then a bit more damage. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a beautiful turn. Okay, and this king is back, but the panda has him. More or less, anyway. Okay, let's keep all of these nicely under control. And now I'm going to start working towards that Ametsu. And we'll take these 3 out as soon as we can. One I always forget is a little striking arrow. Surprisingly useful. So one thing to note, there is an effect in here where a character actually takes reduced healing. So, because King is back, soothing. So 3 MP off him. Cool, down to 1 MP. We want to get that epidemic back on. And we'll get some poisons going as well. So the white glyphs that King summons, they do and quite a decent amount of damage, but they're not the worst thing in the world to have to deal with. Especially if you're confident that the rest of them are well looked after. And I'm just going to gravity this guy, make him stay where he is. So that's the block. MP, let's get some MP to the Shram. Okay, that thing's going to end there. That is going to have a go instantly. So I'm going to do this. Alright, so I've got 3 traps here. Be nice to use them all. 1. 2. 3. All 3 traps are on the go. Okay, start off with, let's pull them back. Image. Beautiful fulminating. There we go, queen is out. And the queen this time is on the panda. Now, sometimes you will find that you'll actually need to kill the queen yourself, just to force king back so he doesn't fully heal and you have to deal with 25,000 again. Okay, so that Shinlam does have MP this turn, but it's okay. And so does that Sunam. That Shinlam is now gone, so that emotion is gone. Okay, so that's Sunam to start with. Go there. Then I'm actually going to put a Wasta there just to trigger that trap. Okay, so unfortunately there's really not too much I can actually do on queen at the moment. I can do that. That's about it. Give myself some AP. It's another one gone. So there's only king and that Shinlam at the back left. So a bit of range. Just do some damage to it. Keep that on. The Shinlam, I could do with the Shinlam moving a little bit just so I can actually get to it. Okay, so that one's dead. I'm going to trigger that. Lock him in place. But I'm going to manually kill queen now, otherwise king will be fully healed. He almost is anyway. And that's going to be a king kill. So like I said, it's not too bad of a fight. You just need to be careful of some of the monsters at times. And it can get a little dicey if they get out of control. You can see I only managed to do what, half HP on the queen, so so much of my damage this fight has all been done by the Shram and traps. King is back. I want King to stay and do as he's told. There should be quite a lot of damage from the Shram next turn though. That's 1, 2, 3. That is 4 traps triggered. 20,500. Let's see how much it actually affects. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're looking at about 5,500 damage from 4 traps. Which is why I said don't underestimate a Shram here. Obviously, the sad thing is their effects only do last 1 turn. And please remember, guys, hit that like, subscribe, follow button. A little bit of everything. It really does make such a massive difference, and I really, really appreciate it. Alright. And please, yeah, if you have any questions about this fight, give me a shout. I'm always happy to help out. And look, I even got an achievement that time. Only the normal one, but some of those things are pricey. But until next time, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.